Stephen Howson, full-time Devils outside Old Trafford. Today the rain is not coming at me sideways. What I've got coming at me sideways is pollen. It's going to be a short video because I can't breathe, but you know what we're here to talk about this morning, don't you? You do know what we are here to talk about because I think there would be rage if we didn't talk about it. It's Ronaldo, innit? Let's face it, we are going to be talking about Ronaldo. Let's just set our stall out straight away. Manchester United and you guys and me and all of us are being used by Real Madrid, by Mendes especially, in a pawn in some sort of game that I don't quite understand just yet. And that angers me. I've avoided talking about Ronaldo and United all weekend, and I didn't really even want to talk about it today, but I knew I was going to have to, so this is me talking about it. Do I think it's going to happen? No, and we'll get to that in a second. Stop getting giddy. This is absolute Muppet Central. People thinking, what if Ronaldo... And I'm going to see the comments. Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if aliens come? Yeah, but what if Bigfoot walks out of the megastore? Forget about it. It's not going to happen. Manchester United are not going to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. And do you know what? I would love for you to clip this up by the end of the summer when he's standing there holding a shirt. But it ain't going to happen. And if he does, then I don't care because we've got him. But I'm happy to just take the stance that United aren't going to sign him, not going to get giddy, not going to buy into the hype, and not be used by George Mendes as a pawn in this game. Mendes is De Gea's agent. Mendes is Mourinho's agent. If this was the sort of deal that could have been happening, then it would have already happened. And I'm pretty sure David De Gea is not safe at Manchester United either. And I think if there was any sort of deal that was going to involve Ronaldo coming back to Manchester United, it would involve De Gea going the other way. Manchester United aren't going to come out of this benefiting in any way, shape or form. And we're getting used right now, ultimately, for Ronaldo to end up not getting as bad a term of whatever it needs to get with this tax issue, and he's going to stay at Real Madrid, and we're going to be left looking stupid for getting giddy again. Well, not me, not this time, not accepting it. In terms of the rumours and all that lot then, so it started late Friday, really. Ronaldo's upset, outraged is some of the words that people have been using at the treatment with this investigation into what's going on with his tax. The broadsheets are running with it, and every single Muppet newspaper, blog and everything like that has gone big on it because they know Ronaldo means clicks, Manchester United means clicks. You make the two together, it's like the Power Rangers thing, it all goes off and then everyone goes bananas. It's not happening. Stop buying into the hype, stop being used as a George Mendes pawn. In the Independent, we've got La Liga president saying it would be irreparable if Ronaldo was to leave. You've got Ronaldo talking to his teammates saying he's got no way back and all the rest of it. All to me that it's doing is feeding into this narrative that Ronaldo's going to go because the taxman's being too hard on him. And I think that's going to result in the taxman maybe easing off or them sort of doing some sort of deal with the taxman where Ronaldo doesn't get shafted to the level that he's about to get shafted by, and he stays at Real Madrid, and Manchester United have been used, not necessarily for a new contract like it was with Ramos, but for a lesser sentence and probably a new contract for Cristiano Ronaldo. Then you've got Darren Lewis in a mirror saying it's going to cost 175 million plus David De Gea to bring Ronaldo. Now, this is a guy that I guarantee would score goals, but 175 million is plus the best goalkeeper in the world, by the way. 175 million is 3 absolute world-class footballers. For a 32-year-old, you get big transfer fees when there's a resale value. You don't go big on a transfer for someone who's over 30. That's absolute nuts. Ronaldo is a bit different, yeah, but I'm not getting into it. It's a 0 out of 10. Forget it. A new name for this summer is Blaise Matuidi. Now, get Football News France, that esteemed, yeah, that one. They've come out and said that Blaise Matuidi's got an offer on the table from Manchester United. He is negotiating a new contract at PSG, which, let's face it, that's probably how it's going to go down, isn't it? Because Manchester United, as we know, get used for new contracts for people. But I think that what you're going to see with this one is he ends up staying. But there's supposedly an offer from Manchester United and Chelsea on the table for Blaise Matuidi. And it's a come and get me sort of thing, I think. And he will make a decision while he's on his holiday, is what they are saying. Now, Matuidi's not a new name for Manchester United. This was someone that was linked with us quite heavily last year. In fact, I'm pretty sure there was talk of a medical and all that sort of stuff that just didn't materialise over the course of the Euros. In terms of would he fit in with Manchester United, I think he would. I also think that Manchester United are looking for a player in his sort of mould, someone who can sit deep and allow Pogba and Herrera to push on and cause a little bit of chaos. Do I see it happening? I just don't at the moment. This is only dropped today. There's only them talking about it, so let's just chill on it for a little bit. Let's say 3 out of 10. All right then, Lindelof, since the last transfer review where I gave him 10 out of 10, The guy's signed, he's here, he's gone on holiday now after getting it all confirmed and doing the old shirt holding up and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see him soon after pre-season. Alvaro Morata, towards the back end of last week, Morata looked like it was all but sewn up, and there was even a couple of newspapers suggesting that it might happen before he went away on his wedding. It didn't. He went away on his wedding. That's now been concluded. Hopefully, early this week, middle of this week, we might see some movement on the Morata situation. The Independent have got a couple of stories being run at the moment. One of them from his agent saying that we're a very interesting proposition for his client, and the other one saying wedding first and then complete the deal afterwards. We've also got the Metro. They have to get in the mix somehow, don't they? Quoting the Sport, and you have to think that the Sport is a Barcelona paper. They hate Real Madrid. They're saying that Conte could come in and derail the Morata bid, but I think Conte's got his own problems at Chelsea at the moment. Something else that came up about Morata was that Morata, which has been done, remember, all the papers was telling us that this was done last week. What they're saying about Morata is, oh, the Morata deal's on hold now because Ronaldo might happen. Well, that's just clickbait, isn't it? Let's face it, because if it was done, then it's done. It's not going to be on hold. Think about it. So if I've got to rate Morata, I'm going to say creeping it up, 9 out of 10. Perišić. Now, Perišić was one that we all thought he's not a clickbaity name. He's not someone that's going to sell and shift a load of newspapers. So it feels like the sort of signing Manchester United are going to get done, doesn't it? So what have we had since the last time we did a transfer review? We've had personal terms was agreed. We've had Inter looking at a replacement, and Mark Ogden for ESPN saying that United and Inter are 15 million euros apart, although personal terms are sorted. So there's that many outlets that are running that sort of story. That, to me, that story is probably absolutely correct. That United have bid one thing, Inter would like another thing, and it's just the ongoing negotiation over that. I don't know how long these things take, so I guess we've got to wait it out. It still feels very likely to me. The window's not even open yet, so relax, it'll happen if it's going to happen. 8 out of 10. Right, last week we had nugget of the week in terms of reporters, didn't we? Because they made an article in the Metro talking about Ousmane Dembele liking a tweet means that he's going to sign for Manchester United. He gets United fans excited. No, he got Metro reporters excited. If last week wasn't enough, you've done it again off another tweet. Lindelof signs, the guy likes to tweet. Metro sport reporter, have the bottle to put your name on this absolute dog turd of an article. Forget it. You need a new job, mate, because reporting is not for you. 0 out of 10. Donnarumma. Now this is a young man with the world in his hands, if you like. One of the best goalkeepers in the world coming up. A lot of experience for the age of the guy. Mino Raiola is his agent, which means that at some point he's going to be moving around, and it might be sooner than we thought. So the day before he was about to sign this new extension at Milan, everyone was thinking that it was going to happen, this is going to do, and then he didn't sign it, which is strange, because I thought Milan are on the up and up at the moment, splashing the cash, got a bit of a new investor. Things are going forward there. He's not signed a contract now. The obvious places that everyone thinks he's going to go is one, Juventus, to be the eventual successor to Buffon. Can see that happening. The other one that's been massively talked about is him going to Real Madrid. Now, United fans want to be a bit happy about that one, because if he goes to Real Madrid, it probably means that David De Gea is not going to go to Real Madrid, which might mean that David De Gea stays a lot longer than we all thought he was going to stay. The problem is, we just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there's also talk that Manchester United might be interested in, thinking De Gea's probably going to go at some point anyway. Mino Raiola, guy loves a signing on fee, a big signing on fee. Anything could happen with this one. In terms of him coming to United, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10 at the moment, because I just don't really see that link, that connection that's got any sort of basis in fact. And here we go, Metro doing what the Metro does. Absolutely out-Metroing themselves here with this one. How they can turn this into an article, I don't know. How someone can go and put some hours in at the end of the week and get paid for this blows my mind. So basically, Oblak was asked, are you going to be moving? Do you see yourself moving to a new club at some point in the future? And he does that standard, not telling you anything. It might as well have been a no comment, because it was like, oh, well, in the future, who knows? Which basically means, who knows? I don't know. It means nothing's on the cards. It's basically a polite way of saying, fuck off, essentially, isn't it? So the Metro, look at that, and like any normal human being goes, the guy says nothing. The Metro go, Manchester United target Jan Oblak refuses to move out, move. So you as a United fan go, oh, what's he on about here? Click the link, read the quote, fucking Metroed. Absolutely Metroed me to death there, didn't you? Let's have that hashtag Metroed. Should we have a new hashtag thing? When you ever get clickbaited, hashtag Metroed. The Metro does. So there's nothing in the quote, there's nothing in him moving to United. There's other targets that I think we would be looking at ahead of Oblak. It's not happening. It's a 0 out of 10. 100% Metro. Telegraph are reporting that United are in for £50 million worth of Eric Dyer, which is almost as bad as £50 million worth of John Stones. Is this the English player tax that we're looking at here? Because what I saw against Pogba the other day, the guy's still running around trying to find Pogba. 50 million for that? Are you kidding me? I don't think so. Doesn't mean that we won't go for it, but if we're going with a sack of 50 million to Tottenham, it's not Eric Dyer that I want to be coming back with. 3 out of 10. That was the ins, this is the outs. We're going to get these finished before the hay fever sees me off. Adnan Januzaj, this is a name that we've already spoke about a little bit this summer on Transfer Review. Sociedad are interested. Sociedad have confirmed their interest. There's also Lyon on the cards for him. What this says to me is that Adnan Januzaj has either been told or his agent's been told, you've got no chance in the first team next season. Go find yourself a club. We're happy to let you go. So it looks like his agent or whoever is doing the rounds, trying to find somewhere that's going to fit for him. I definitely think he's going to move. I don't know how to rate this one to Sociedad or to Lyon because I think both of those would be pretty good moves for the guy. Let's just say Januzaj going 9 out of 10. Chris Smalling. Now Chris Smalling looks like he could go. Mike Smalling probably could have stayed, but it looks like Chris is going to have to go now we've signed the new centre half. That's definitely better than him. West Brom, West Ham and Everton have been linked by the Telegraph, only in passing, not strong links, but that's the same sort of clubs that we've already been sort of talking about that are in for Chris Smalling. Arsenal fans have started getting a little bit excited about him as well. Now, I saw an article this weekend on one of the blogs, which was an Arsenal blog, which said, Chris Smalling will make Arsenal's defence the best in the league. What? So I had to have a read of that one, and it says, because he can start plays off from the back. Now, if you remember what Jose Mourinho said last week about the fact that Chris Smalling can't start off plays from the back, we're not going to be using his feet. I don't know who the guy that wrote this is. They also said that he could play right back, which he can't, let's face it. He's a decent centre-half on his day, but he can't play right back. And the reason that they're excited that he can play right back, because they think Wenger wants a real versatile defender. And, check this one out, this was the line, Chris Smalling will make Arsenal's the best defence in the league. Can't make that up, can you? Absolute nonsense. I do see him going. I thought it was kind of obvious, him or Jones was likely to be moved on. There's 3 clubs in the mix, 7 out of 10, he's going to one of them. Wayne Rooney. There's not really been so much of a development in terms of transfer rumours, apart from Stoke have come out and ruled out that they're in for Wayne Rooney, which is that the level Wayne Rooney's at now. But Joe have gone and collated all of the Manchester United social media and they've gone, look, Wayne Rooney is no longer on the header. And we threw a tweet out about this last week. And all of the replies came back saying he's a Nike athlete. Now, let me just tell you, that's got absolutely nothing to do with it. When Rooney renegotiated his new contract, the one that got him 300 grand a week, a massive portion of that was image rights. Manchester United now sell Wayne Rooney's image rights as if it was a club asset and split the cash with Wayne Rooney. That is what happens. Go find out about it. It's all out on the internet for you to go and find out the truth. Now, he can't appear on his own in Adidas adverts because he is a Nike athlete. But when he's alongside other people, like he was on the club header, alongside all the other players, that's perfectly fine for Wayne Rooney to do. I think it's got to be 2 or 3 other athletes from the club before he can appear in anything Adidas. Now, he was all on the front of Old Trafford. I can't quite see what's on there at the moment. But when they released that white hoodie a couple of months ago, Wayne Rooney was on the front of there with Pogba and De Gea and all the rest of it. Now, what do we always say? Just because they changed their social media post, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Is Wayne Rooney going to leave Old Trafford this summer? I'd say it's 5 out of 10 at the moment. That's it for this week. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to get in the comments below and tell us who you want to hear us talking about next weekend, especially as it gets to Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Let us know in the comments who you want to see us talking about next weekend, the new rumours that are coming out. Currently, we've been linked to that many players, including Ronaldo, so I don't know, maybe take one off that. I don't know. That's how many. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give it a big fat like. Get anything you want in the comments, and we'll see you next week.